What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another commentary. This week, in week 6, we've got the Norfolk Noctowls and Luke versus the Jersey Jynxs and Kendra. This game, so good, so good. He's got a Zorora, Incin, Blastoise, Sylveon, Aerodactyl, Pincurchin, Flygon, Gallade, Haunter, and a Purloin versus a Diancie, Mimikyu, Liepard, Serena, Lapras, Riolu, Jynx, Steelix, Flareon, and Lopunny. No changes for any team. We've seen a lot of strats before. We've seen Luke running a Jetpack Zorora for most weeks. Incin has been a basic Incin. Blastoise has been his Follow Me redirector with Water Spout. We've only seen the Sylveon once, but when we did, it completely wrecked house. Aerodactyl not getting much use, and Pincurchin not getting much use either. C tiers for Luke. They're very situational, so we'll see if we get one this game. Obviously, we saw one last game versus the Mahogany Town Talonflames of Flygon with the massive ground weakness obviously highlighted, so he needed to use that. On Kendra's side, we've got a Diancie and a Mimikyu, obviously her main Trick Room setters. Serena's there to stop the priority, which could stop a Fake Out if she did want to go for Trick Room with Diancie instead of Mimikyu. It also gives Liepard a chance to get some shenanigans off. We've seen weakness policy Lapras in the previous weeks. I think that's the best way to run it. And if it gets in Trick Room, that's going to do some serious damage. Don't think Riolu's a very good play here, but we might see a Jynx or a Steelix depending on what Luke brings, especially if I think Jynx gets Freeze Drive for the Blastoise. Let's see what happens and get right in. Okay, here we go. So she has brought the Diancie, Riolu, Jynx, Liepard, Steelix, and Lapras versus Luke's team, which is pretty much the same. But he has brought the Gallade this time. Okay. White Herb Gallade?
Yeah, I think we're seeing... Yeah, that Gallade, what is it going to be running? I don't know why it needs White Herb.
Close combat, maybe?
Possibly. That could be
so
a
you don't
really
get the defense
nice
drops?
play. Yeah, I like that. In fact, we can see
right
right
there
now,
we're about to see, yeah. Okay, we have got a close combat and a Leaf Blade. Wow, what's the Leaf Blade for? The Lapras? It's weak to fighting.
Yeah.
But, or maybe it's a Diancie, but is that weak to fighting as well?
No, because of the fairy typing
type
on it, it's neutral versus it. And
so
to be fair, you really do want to be able to take that Diancie down. It can hit you really hard, and it takes an absolute beating with its defenses that are off the charts. So I don't blame him for bringing something like that.
Okay, so here we go. What am I expecting here for leads? Maybe Riolu coaching again?
That sounds like it'd make sense. Yeah, and that could match pair with pretty much anything. Stuff. Maybe something to set a Trick Room. That's always a possibility.
Okay, we have got a Diancie Riolu.
Kendra. Yeah.
I must say, I love that Diancie shiny. That's amazing.
It's really good.
So Luke's in a fairly good spot here, I believe. He's got a good Fake Out. He's going to get an attack off. Yeah, he's going for the Protect. Yeah, you always Fake Out the Riolu here, because I'm pretty sure it gets Follow Me.
Gets Follow Me, it doesn't get Fake Out itself, I don't think, but
no, it doesn't.
Follow Me itself is just a problem. But looks like we're going to
So she hasn't protected the Diancie. The Riolu does do Follow Me. Because if it was a coaching goes through Protect, and I don't know why. Yeah, that's massive damage. Oh my great heavens.
We're going to see that huge Water Spout absolutely destroying both of these, particularly the Diancie, which, as I mentioned, is so bulky. So even though it's super effective, you really have to be happy to see that much damage.
If I'm Luke here, it's going to be another Follow Me, so you just Water Spout again to guarantee.
Yeah, I agree, because there's nothing that she can do quick enough to threaten it. Protect, smart, keep it alive.
Swagger?
So
okay, play.
For the confusion, interesting.
Luke hasn't gone physical this week, so... Does get the Water Spout off. Okay, so both of these are down.
Yeah. Swagger, very risky play. I mean, you can see the Blastoise is running Aqua Jet, so Luke won't be too upset to have that, and confusion only lasts for a few turns, and I think it's the 1 in 3 chance, if that, to pop. So it's more of a help than it is a hindrance, realistically.
Yeah, so Luke doesn't really want to be swapping this Blastoise out. It's in a really good situation. It's in a super good situation, actually.
Yeah, that Aqua Jet with +2 attack is going to hurt everything coming out. Okay, maybe
so
not
this
that.
Lapras, yeah. It'll definitely hurt this, though.
Oh, it will.
So Luke has opted to go for Plasma Fists.
Yeah.
You do not want to be clicking Water Spout here, because I'm pretty sure that Lapras has Water Absorb.
It may well do, yeah. I think you want to be looking at the skulls into the Steelix.
Yeah, there we go. Fish for a burn.
Yeah.
I can't see this Lapras taking this very well.
No.
It's
Even
going to do
if it
like
survives, it's
2/3.
gonna do huge.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's close. Policy?
It really is.
Oh, great heavens.
I mean, what's about to come back out now?
I mean, I've ran Policy Lapras before. It's so good.
Yeah.
Normally, it
that's
doesn't
not a
take that
kill,
much.
but
Oh, Freeze Dry. That's going to kill.
This could be huge.
It doesn't.
Wow.
And an EQ? Wait.
That's surely going to take down the Lapras.
It does.
It does. It does
Oh,
also
dear.
take down the Blastoise, and it does a lot to the Aurora as well. So it's, you know, it's not a bad play, but it now puts Kendra in a 1 versus 3 scenario.
And there's
with
an Incin.
Yeah, with an Incineroar coming out. Steelix
Oh,
is hardly
man.
quick enough to be able to capitalize on anything it's just done there.
And it's too low. It's too low. A close combat here just straight out kills it.
Yeah,
I don't think
completely.
Luke has to worry about this turn. You fake it out and you close combat and
And you move on to game 2, right?
2. Yeah, and it gets Aurora another. How many kills was that? 2, 3? Oh, it might have been. No, I think the Blastoise took them all.
Blastoise took.
Yeah,
2 of
Blastoise
them.
got 3.
Yeah, in fact, Steelix has picked up a kill there versus the Lapras. So Aurora only picking up that one there versus the Steelix, but yeah, I mean, great game from Luke.
So what are we going to see now? Are we going to see a change up? I don't think Luke has to change his leads. I honestly don't think there's many answers to that lead, to be honest.
No, this is on Kendra to be able to fix it, because Luke has just absolutely smashed it. You know, the Earthquake and the Freeze Dry picking up the combo kill versus the Blastoise, but I mean, that's a weakness policy proc Lapras. It's not something you want to run the risk of getting into the position again.
Yeah, I mean, you'd expect weakness policy Lapras to be OHKOing there, so you maybe don't run that again. Unless she was planning on proccing her own weakness policy with something in Trick Room, I don't think it's the play, because that Plasma Fist did so much damage.
Yeah,
so
if you
much
could maybe
damage.
Get, so like Vacuum Wave or Mach Punch from the Riolu onto the Lapras, that would be how you want to proc it.
And then maybe some coachings as well, because it does get Ice Shard
yeah,
for priority. So that would be plus. If the weakness policy proc and the coaching, you'd have +1 defense and +3 attacks.
I love it.
That would be an amazing play. You just need the Trick Room. So you'd lead the Diancie, click Trick Room.
There's a whole number of hoops to get through to get to that sort of scenario. So you can see here, Kendra's taking her time. So there's a good chance she's changing what she's bringing into game 2.
So
And will
let's
we
see.
any changes?
So we have got the Mimikyu and the Serena.
Now, Mimikyu is the best Trick Room setter that you can possibly get. Well, one
And
off at
then
least.
Serena could stop the fake outs as well. So it's very good on her end.
Yeah.
Because Luke's synergy works really well in the fact that he could cycle his fake outs. So that Serena stopping that gives Kendra more momentum than what she previously would have.
Yeah.
Which is effectively one Pokemon moving each turn.
No, absolutely. I think that Luke hasn't changed a thing, and he doesn't need to. Um, this is just what are we going to see from Kendra? That's all this game is going to be.
Okay. So we've got the Jynx and the Serena. Right.
Now, I could see
So,
a trick room possibly coming out of this Jynx.
I'm
if that's what she wants to
expecting
do.
a double in to the Blastoise. Luke
Also,
has clicked
that makes
fake out,
sense.
not realizing Queenly Majesty.
Yeah, that's a mistake. We all make it at one point, so no judgment.
He's going back, actually. He may have just realized. He has realized, okay.
Looking at the
So-
close combat, yeah, Jynx has very low defenses. That makes sense. And then
Easy,
could
maybe
go
a
to water
switch?
spout. Yeah, a switch wouldn't hurt actually.
Yeah. I'm not against this, because I'm expecting a freeze dry coming out for that Jynx, maybe. Oh no, he has gone for the fake out.
Going back
Oh
into
no.
the fake out, has not remembered. And switching to the Incin. I mean, Incin will take pretty much everything that's coming out from either of these Pokemon, though, right?
Yeah, and an Intimidate on the Serena is a really good play. It's
Yeah,
just this
absolutely.
fake out isn't going to do much. I think
Well,
it's
it
still
won't do anything.
Oh, the protect. I think he still damages. Or does it just get blocked?
No, it doesn't work.
It
doesn't
does
work
just get
because of the
blocked.
Queen of Majesty.
And the lovely kiss.
Ah, now
We are
that
seeing the
is
Jynx
something that-
plays.
Yeah, Luke doesn't want to see that. Nobody wants their legend to fall asleep on turn 1. And he's going for a switch, which makes sense now, but you have to remember that you're going to have a Pokemon
A
asleep
sleep
in the back.
Pokemon, yeah.
And
So
especially
he is
doing it
targeting that
without-
Serena,
Yeah, but
which I'm
I
not
think-
against, because a good old high jump kick from this Serena is going to do a fair whack, even at -1.
Yeah. It'll go first, though, because it's definitely going to have the speed on the Incin. Very few Incins are sped quickly.
And I wonder if the Jynx has the speed on it as well, if it could get maybe a Scald off or a water move.
Doesn't traditionally, but who knows? We'll have to see.
Another lovely kiss.
Wow.
Oh no, is this Choice Scarf Jynx?
I mean, if so, that's hilarious and amazing.
Yeah, so the high jump kick is doing over half.
And if you think you're facing down Choice Scarf Lovely Kiss Jynx, what do you do about that?
I don't actually know.
Like, the knockoff, I feel, is a smart play there from the Glade, but...
Does it
yeah,
always hit?
No,
I'm sure, isn't it like 50%?
It's 75% accurate. I believe it's one
Oh
of the
my
most
God.
accurate sleep-inducing moves there is. That is absolutely ludicrous. Yeah, down goes Incin.
You know, if you swap when you're asleep, does it stop your sleep counter?
No.
Does it reset your sleep counter?
No, it doesn't reset it. So whatever turns that have gone previously will still count. But Luke swapped out Hope on the first turn, so it
Turn of
has
sleep.
one mandatory turn of sleep to happen here.
Yeah, so both of these will stay asleep.
Absolutely guaranteed. No, the Glade had one turn of sleep because of the Choice Scarf went first, right?
Okay, right. So she is. It has to be Choice Scarf. There's no
Yeah.
reason why she wouldn't click that otherwise.
Yeah, it's Choice Scarf. She could have gone for a swap there. Didn't.
She really needs to be putting some offensive pressure.
Yeah, that's the thing now. Like, okay, sure, you've killed one, you've got 2 asleep. Great, well done. But if you're not capitalizing on this moment in time, then you're not doing yourself any favors. And with the Choice Scarf, you're going to go first every time, so you're not even going to give them chance to wake up.
I don't even a Choice Scarf Jynx will not outspeed as Aurora. Yeah, so this is a good play. Recycling that lovely kiss, going into Mimikyu, and a fake out. Okay, maybe just in
Interesting.
case it woke up.
Yeah.
Gallade wakes
possibly.
up first turn.
Wrong
can
choice.
do. Oh, it is a Sash Lipard.
Yeah, that's normally I think how you'd run it.
Okay, so it's all going to come down to what this Mimikyu can do. We do see the white herb pop, so his defenses are fine. And I imagine... How many turns of sleep is it? 3 or 5 is max? I think it's 3.
3 is the max.
So I think Hope is waking up this turn.
I think we've seen 2, so it can... It's a 50-50 chance.
Okay.
If it stays asleep this turn, it will wake up the next turn. If my counting is right. It's easy to lose track.
It's so easy to lose track.
And we're watching. If you're actually in the game, it's even harder.
So the charm does come off, but that's a really good play.
Yeah.
The white herb would have been nice there. And a play rough.
Oh, play rough.
So there we go. The Mimikyu does take the kill.
Yeah.
Hope is still asleep, bless him.
Yeah, but Hope will be waking up this turn.
So.
And you now have 2 very offensive mons.
What does Crystal do? I think she charms... Yeah, I think she has to charm the Zorora. Or a knockoff on the Blastoise. If she charms the Zorora, there's a chance that it lives. The Thunder Wave. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. I mean, the Paras could come into play.
Yeah, but...
Applejet does take the disguise.
Doesn't care about the speed loss from the Thunder Wave, though.
And I believe the Zorora is about to wake up. Pink.
Yeah, there we go.
And Plasma Face. Probably straight into the Mimikyu. Realizing that this is the... Yeah. This is the main threat on the field. And it lives!
Yeah.
But the Mimikyu is going to kill itself to the recoil.
Yeah, absolutely. Woodhammer, very dangerous move to be playing around with. You can afford to when you've got a disguise up, but all the same. Didn't take down the Blastoise either.
So, are we going to see the Jynx again?
This is the question, right?
We are. Now, I believe Zorora will still outspeed. Jynx is not that fast, and even with full speed and a scarf.
Yeah.
It's just, will the charm make the Jynx live?
That's the question, right? We can see the Aquajet going into the Lipard, just trying to take it down. It's on 1, you know, it's worth it.
I'm not against Protect here, because I feel like she is going to click Lovely Kiss on... She does withdraw. Oh, Serena. So this stops the Aquajet. Really good play.
Yeah.
So it's going to come down to if she's landed the Aquajet... the Lovely Kiss onto the Blastoise. She does go for the Zorora. Okay. I think it wasn't too obvious, but I believe that if that was me and I'm clicking that same move, I would have gone to that slot.
Yeah, it's really hard to make the call. Looks like doubling into the Jynx slot. I think that's the right call because as much as Serena's the one...
It does outspeed the Zorora.
That is absurd. How fast is that?
Unless the Zorora isn't sped correctly.
I mean, possibly, because who speeds a Zorora with the purpose of trying to outspeed a Choice Scarf Jynx?
And the Jynx lives.
Yeah, it's fairly specially bulky, so that flash cannon not what you need.
This is Kendra's in a massively good situation.
Yeah, because you're going to see, what, a Lovely Kiss onto the Blastoise now?
Yep.
And the Blastoise can't do the Aquajet. Oh no, switching the Jynx out.
Maybe going for the reset? Because
possibly.
She realizes that she has to attack now. Oh, the avoid!
Oh, the miss!
That's huge!
That's massive.
That's huge! That is absolutely massive.
If she'd have got the Power Whip off there, Blastoise goes
It'd have been
down,
game.
And then you've just got to deal with an asleep, nearly dead Zorora.
Yeah, I think it'd have been game. So now That's the mandatory turn of sleep done for Hope, that's Aurora.
Yeah. And somehow I've completely missed that because Blastoise has been paralyzed, she can't put it to sleep if she'd have wanted to. This is
Of
obviously the
course.
reason for the reset.
Yes, of course.
But that Jynx is still going to be incredibly quick.
There's a Psyshock. This is going to do a whack. And it does pick up the kill. Don't think the crit mattered.
No, not in this instance.
And will the Power Whip land? It will land this time.
Yeah.
So really well played from Kendra. I did not expect that to happen.
No, that is amazing. Who preps for a Choice Scarf Lovely Kiss Jynx? That is brilliant.
I don't think Luke has maybe prepped a Cleric. Or even if he has access to a Cleric. To stop this from happening.
I don't know. I have no idea. Like, how... When Zorora is being outsped by someone that's putting your whole team to sleep, what are you going to do?
And the fact that, like you said, it's 75%. It's just not going to miss.
No.
It feels like it's never going to miss.
It can, and obviously I wouldn't be surprised if we see that end up happening, but you know, it's so accurate for a sleep-inducing move because I think pretty much Jynx is the only Pokemon that gets it. So you can afford to make it a little broken. Jynx is, generally speaking, not a traditionally competitive Pokemon, so it almost doesn't matter that it's so bad. But this is where Draft League comes into its own, and you see these Pokemon that don't normally do that well do some absolutely amazing, crazy things.
So one thing I do want to see from Kendra this time is I feel because she's got that Jynx, I want to see her bring some offense. Oh, okay, so we've got a Lopunny in here, so that's fine. That's yeah,
that's instead of the Lapras, I think, right?
Yeah, so that's a good swap. She's got good offense here. I think the Jynx Diancie is just a play. It's just the play.
That would be quite possibly.
Oh, wait, no, she has to lead Serena with it to stop the fake out.
Yes, but I mean, that's still an absolutely fine lead. You can see Luke now taking his time and really thinking hard about how he wants to do this. Looks like he's going to go with the same 4 Pokemon, but possibly in a different order, which that's still fine. You know, having the right Pokemon out on turn 1 is still really helpful.
I think Luke's play here is really good because the lead of Gallade and Incin both should Oko the Jynx. So he has the option to just double in.
Yeah. He's looking there at that Choice Specs Haunter, which is really interesting and may well do an awful lot. However, it still wouldn't be fast enough, right? Not to beat that Jynx.
No, it would be going to sleep.
So yeah, sticking with the same 4.
So I think first turn we are going to see Luke double into the Jynx if she has led it. Which I don't see why you don't at this point. Yes. Okay, so we do see the lead.
Yeah, and we've already seen that it's proven to be an absolutely great lead, so I don't blame her on this.
So if you're Kendra, Nick, what are you sleeping here? What are you clicking sleep on?
Well, both of these are massive threats, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like the Incin is more likely to be causing the Jynx problem, and the Jynx is what's taking everything, causing you the issues. So if it's me, I'm putting the Incin to sleep.
I think so too. Oh, would you be careful? Because I feel like the high jump kick is coming into the Incin. So a hot protect on this Incin is probably a good play.
Possibly, yeah.
Knocking off the Choice Scarf as well is a really good play.
Yeah. Once that's gone, instantly this Jynx is worthless.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Who needs Lovely Kiss when you can just do massive damage like that instead?
So this Jynx is gone. Wow, I was going to say nullified. It is wiped off the face of the earth.
Yeah, And then we will then see, yeah, it was choice scarf as we, I feel it was more than just to predict. High jump kept taking the instant down though. Like, this is still 3 apiece. This is still anyone's game.
This is so close. I do think Luke will have more momentum. He's going to have way more momentum now. That Jynx was so crucial in Kendra's plans.
Yeah. Last turn, it did all the work, but now we can see that she's still got some very offensive mons coming out here.
Yeah, this is good. Kendra's in a good situation here. Obviously, the ghost moves, maybe a Shadow Claw. Oh, well, we've seen the play rough Oko the Gallade, I believe.
Yes, we did. So I think we just saw Luke click the protect on it there, which I don't hate that as an option.
So let's see what happens. Trick Room, maybe?
That was my fist.
If she was to click Trick
going
Room,
first.
this would be a really sticky situation for Luke. I do expect the play rough, though. Power Whip into Hope. Doesn't do as much as last time, so it was a big roll. And there's the Trick Room.
Yeah, okay. So Zorora no longer going first. Gallade no longer the... I mean, Gallade isn't exactly the quickest of Pokemon, but it isn't exactly slow either.
No, I think in Trick Room it will outspeed the Mimikyu. Not sure about how the Serena... But then again, if that Mimikyu is built for Trick Room, it will be 0 EV'd, 0 IV'd, minus nature.
I think we saw it go first versus the Gallade previously outside of Trick Room, so I'm fairly sure that, yeah, the Gallade will probably be going either first or second, depending on what the Serena's doing. The key thing here, though, is Aurora is definitely going last.
Yes. I'm pretty sure that we saw the Power Whip doing over half to the Zorora last time, so that shows how big of a role this is. Power Whip coming in, and it's a miss again!
A miss!
Oh, that's massive! Because I believe we're going to see the Mimikyu.
What are we going to see here? Maybe a play rough, same as previously?
Shadow Claw. I'm not sure that's going to do it. No, it won't.
Ooh, it's close, but...
I think Play Rough has more power, which was what pushed it over the edge.
Well,
now, does it have a Shadow Sneak?
Requires on crits, right?
Yeah. Does it have Shadow Sneak? So Luke, if I'm Luke, I'm protecting this turn. The Gallade is doing a lot of work.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Hope should be able to take another Power Whip.
Well, at this point, I'm pretty sure Zorora can KO either one of these if it wants to.
Yes.
It's just a question of actually getting there because, again, it's going last.
So will Kendra see a Protect coming, maybe, and decide to maybe Shadow Sneak the Zorora instead, or target the Zorora slot? The Power Whip does come into
Zorora. Not enough for the KO, but then we
and the Play Rough comes into Hope as well.
That will do it, though.
Wow! And Luke is in a sticky situation here.
He is, but if you're in Trick Room, I feel like this Blastoise is exactly the answer that you want.
I'd love to see how many turns of Trick Room are left. Because at this point, Kendra really wants to be coming out of Trick Room. I believe there might be 2 turns left.
So if she's got to protect, now might be the time to be using it. I think I'd have gone for the spread move from Blastoise there, the Water Spout.
We do see the Power Whip. Oh, it's so close.
And interestingly, that Serena is really slow. I would have expected the Blastoise to have gone first there.
Unless Luke has sped the Blastoise for something specific.
Yeah, that may be an option.
So Luke's going to pick up a double KO here. So it's going to come down to, can Kendra's last Mon outspeed it? Oh, no. No. It's not good. She has got the Focus Sash. So she has to kill one of them here, but the thing is, I think both of them are going first. So she needs to get out of Trick Room. She needs to
Is
get out of Trick
Room
Room.
even still up? Is that the reason that we saw the Blastoise go last time?
Yes, there is
Oh,
one
there's
turn
one
of Trick
turn.
Room.
Okay.
So she should be protecting this turn.
Protect, yeah, absolutely.
And then I believe she has to go for the kill on the Blastoise because of the Aqua Jet.
No protect.
No protect,
Goes
so this
down
Lipard
to-
is going to die.
Yeah. Focus Sash.
And the Scald comes in. Wow. That was way closer than I expected.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a brilliant game to watch.
Like, even on commentary, I'm trying to plan ahead, and I couldn't keep up with what was going on in that game.
There was so much to it. It was back and forth, and different coaches were getting advantage of the Trick Room compared to the other one. Then it switches back to the other. Absolutely
I think
brilliant stuff.
Kendra got super unlucky though with the double power whip miss in that game 3.
Yeah.
I think that would have sealed the game for her.
Yeah, just one more hit would have been enough to pick up at least one more KO, and then she's miles ahead by that point.
I think maybe as well swapping the Mimikyu out for the Lipard to get it out of Trick Room would have been a good play as well.
It's really hard to see at that point because the Lipard obviously doesn't love Trick Room either. But hey, congratulations to Luke though, picking up another win. So I believe that puts him on 4-1 versus Kendra, now going 1-4. The way the league is set up currently, we are going to see that the Kendra still can make playoffs here. However,
Yes.
she absolutely needs to clutch out a big win, right?
Yes.
Is it?
So I believe Luke
And
is on 5 and
is it
5-1
and 1-5?
5-1
My apologies. Sorry.
and
Yeah,
1-5.
mixing it
Yes.
up.
Luke putting the pressure on you, Nick.
Yeah,
Continuing to put the pressure on for that. That is a tough race into the final spot of the bye into Crown.
It is,
Both
but I think
differentials sitting on 10 and 11 each. Oh wow.
oh, you don't have to tell me about it. But the key thing for me is how close it is there at the bottom. Because even though Kendra's on 1-5, with the way it's all set up, just one win in the final week, as long as it's a big enough one, and she could absolutely leapfrog into the playoffs, beating one
Yeah,
of the other
it's
people there.
definitely not over. It's definitely not
No,
over. It's
no.
far from over. What a game. Hope you all enjoyed. We'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.